Well, hello and welcome to week 4 of Kin 332. I want to apologize just a little. I guess when they redid this course, they put the chapters back in order of where you read, so you read chapters 1, 2, and 3, and then so forth. They sort of did them in order, but they didn't account for the assignments looking like they do in the order that they are, because it looks like this week you're reading about prenatal development, and there was questions about prenatal development in your Cap 1 assignment, and so I don't know what happened, but I will bring that to their attention about it sort of being out of order, and you're not really reading the chapters in the order of the assignments that you need to do. So I'm sorry for that. So hopefully you've been able to adapt to that and been able to get around that. Looks like most of you did a good job on that, so sorry again for that. This week you'll read chapters 8 and 9 in the textbook and take the quiz, of course. And the PowerPoints here have some voiceovers for some of the slides. I didn't do a complete lecture for you, but there is a very important part that you need to do this week to help understand more about the cycle of gait, or the different phases of gait. So please keep on listening for that. So your assignment this week is a Cap 2, so you're continuing on working on your critical assignment, and you're going to be looking at gait. You're going to be analyzing this week 2 different videos of 2 different ages and their gait. And so it's going to ask you to look at the different phases of gait and analyze how these 2 subjects are doing in those phases. So you're going to describe the differences that you see in the toddler's gait and the adult's gait. And these are the different phases that you're going to look at. So you're going to look at the base of support, the stride length, the arm swing. Those 3 things. You're going to talk about how they're just analyze what's going on. Is their base of support narrow or wide? Okay, is their stride length long or short? Is there an arm swing? Is there not an arm swing? Is it high guard? How is the arm, and so forth? Okay, so you're going to do that. And then when you get to these ones, from initial contact down to the late mid swing or the terminal swing, those are the phases of gait that you need to delve a little more deeply into outside of your textbook. And so these 2 videos down here are really good videos to help you understand the phases of gait. So you're going to write a paper about your analysis. So make sure you're using APA formatting. So we're having a title page, you're doing double spacing, the margins, all that. Okay, so make sure you're doing all APA, and also make sure that you are using resources, because this is not common knowledge things. So please cite all the information where you're getting it from, so that you give proper credit to the people that you get this information from. Okay, and then you may do this paper in one of 2 ways. You may look at all of these phases of gait for the toddler and talk about that, and then look at all the phases of gait for the adult and talk about that, and how they're different. Or you can look at, like, base of support, what's the toddler, what's the adult? Stride length, toddler, adult. Arm swing, toddler, adult, and compare them that way. So either one of those 2 ways is fine for you to compare them and talk about them and do an analysis of their gait. So you just decide which one's easier for you to write in your comparison. So basically we're looking at the adult gait as the normal, quote, normal kind of gait that the toddler isn't quite reaching yet, and so where there might be differences in, like, the initial contact. So a regular gait, initial contacts with the heel, Our adult gait would be initial contact with the heel, and the toddler is using flat foot. The whole foot is making initial contact instead of just the heel. So things like that. All right, so you decide which way you want to write the paper, comparing them both at the same time, or do all the phases of gait of one and all the phases of gait for the other one, and just talk about how they're different. If there are any questions or concerns this week, please let me know, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks. Have a great week.